Hi, do you know what today's thought? In his interview, well, maybe interview is not the right word. Conversation is probably more accurate. The conversation between Trump and Musk that we all, well, I won't say all, but I think 1.3 million people saw on Monday. Trump repeated something that he said before, which is that any Jew who votes for Kamala Harris specifically, or for Democrats in general, should have his head examined. I am a Jew, and I agree with that 100%. I don't want to get into maybe I'll do a separate thought on that today, but I'm saying it today, I'm talking about it today as a lead into any black person who votes for Democrats. By now, looking at what has happened to black people, one obvious example that you could look at is that black incomes were rising. Crime was not anything like it is now in a lot of black communities. For example, Chicago, before the Democrats, Lyndon Johnson, passed his Great Society legislation. All the indicators were going in the right direction, and then Lyndon Johnson got this idea, well, we need to just take it the rest of the way. We've spent trillions of dollars since then, and conditions for the black community have gotten worse until Donald Trump became president in 2016. Black incomes rose, black unemployment went down. So the same thing that Trump said about Jews voting for Democrats, I think he could say about blacks. And I'm going to turn the floor over now to a black person. Just a little history comparing the Democrats to the Republicans vis-a-vis black people. And the person, he's a TikToker, somebody who is on TikToker. What is his name? I wrote it down here. Let me just get here. Tribiz, I guess. TRIBEBIIZ. Anyways, however you pronounce it, here he is.
This is an edition of Let Me Fucking Cook. Shout out to the freedom fighters, the real freedom fighters, who've always been freedom fighters here in America, the Republican Party. Shout out Donald J. Trump for trying to free us because he see what's going on. Now I'm going to take a second and go down history for all you misled, brainwashed buffoons. Let's do it. Do you know who that is? That's Levi Coffin, the guy who started the Underground Railroad into saving people, because him himself was in slavery too here in America. And I know they would like all black folks to think that they were only ones in slavery, but that's not true. He set out to free all people, and he was the leader of the Underground Railroad. I know you're wondering who Harriet Tubman was. She played the position. She was not the leader. Let's also shout out John Brown, who was a conductor, a Republican. They love to call him a radical. He was freeing slaves too. And John Brown was hung. But he was a Republican that didn't want to see us in slavery. No people. And did his best to try to free them. Oh, I'm finding out the truth now. Republicans didn't want you in slavery. Democrats did. So this so-called radical who were helping free slaves was hung. And guess who was in office? Mr. Buchanan himself. And he was a voice for the Democratic Party. Now, the Democratic Party has an extended history of fucking you over, colored people. It's time to wake up and smell not only the coffee, but the ropes. Because they've been goddamn tied into knots right now to keep on your neck. Now, John Brown was called a radical Republican abolitionist. And most of these abolitionists that were white, because at this time, they weren't letting a lot of colored folks vote. They were Republicans. And most of the people that was fighting to keep your ass in slavery were Democrats. All through fucking time. They were people that was fucking you over. Want to take a look at Black Wall Street, for example? Black Wall Street. Mainly colored folks in America doing good in this specific place. Was doing great, and they were all Republicans. But that set out a party. That's Mr. T.D. Evans, who was a known Democrat and Klans member. He was the mayor of Tulsa during those riots. If you didn't know, Mr. J.B.A. Robinson, that's what I like to call him. I'm not going to say James Brooke Avers Robinson. There's no need to, because we call him Mr. James B.A. Robinson. And what he did was, he was in trouble 3 times for misusing martial law. Also in trouble for bank fraud in Oklahoma. But he never got the chance to get his ass out because Oklahoma was being ran by Democrats who were Klansmen. So when it comes to Donald Trump, he's just doing what the fuck Republicans has always been doing. Trying to free the fucking people. Blessing be to the tribe, you hating motherfuckers. Give my boy your number, man.
That's my thought for today. The video pretty much speaks for itself, and especially if you're a black person watching this, well, you saw the video, and I would say think about whether you want to keep voting for Democrats, and then think about whether you would like to subscribe. Well, everybody, whether you would like to subscribe to this channel. I hope you will. If you have any comments welcome below the video. If you could share this video with anyone you think would benefit from it, that would be really great. But most of all, come back and see me again. I would love to see all of you again. And until I do see all of you again, bye.